Hello, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Doing pedicure. Bitcoin just had a massive pump and then a huge dump, liquidating. I can't imagine how many people. The CPI data came out. So what that means is the inflation rate for the US, and it came out at a 40-year high. It hasn't been this high in 40 years, 9.1%. And Bitcoin had a huge dump after that. I'm going to actually add more to my long here because a very strong dump, and I think that, and it got bought up quickly. It didn't make a new low, which is interesting. Hit the subscribe button, join 76,000 people, smash up the thumbs up button. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going to the technicals for Bitcoin. And you can see here, this was what just happened in the last few minutes. I made a video earlier today talking about being careful to buy until the CPI data, because it could have done this, and it really did, it really trapped a lot of people. We had this huge pump and then huge dump. Look at that, and that liquidated a lot. My trade is quite down actually from earlier today. I opened a big trade on Bitcoin. It would have been better to wait till the CPI, but I'm going to add more into this trade. Now on the 15 minutes we broke. What's interesting is we didn't actually make a high. We didn't make a lower low on Bitcoin. So you can see here, this was the very big low of Bitcoin at 17K, then 18,500, 18,600, and now again 18,900, which I find quite interesting. It didn't make a higher low, but that trade from earlier today on that video, but I did say to wait until the CPI data, and I think I would actually open the long now. So if we go into the 4 hourly, we're very oversold on the stochastic, on the daily extremely oversold, on the weekly extremely oversold. So that daily that was very overbought before has now reset. Can go a little bit lower, but we're quite oversold now on a lot of the time frames. So in my opinion, it's time to actually start buying, but I'm going to be adding here to my position. Now, EMA ribbons, we've turned down on the EMA ribbons on the 15 minutes. We hadn't made a newer low, which is good, but we're back underneath this giant symmetrical triangle, this one here, which is very bad news. This one builds pressure, and it back underneath that could take us to 17K. It can actually take us to the base of this symmetrical triangle. And we had a breakout, which faked a lot of people out actually. We had this breakout, but I did think it would be coming back down after there, and it is. We have a breakout, and now it's dropping quite hard. The target will actually be down here at 14,600. Now, hopefully it doesn't do that. We do have the a possibility that it doesn't, because we are making these higher lows. So that's one good thing that we have, and we're very oversold on a lot of time frames. Bitcoin is trying to hold here, but it is dropping quite strongly, and that was a huge pump and dump on that CPI data. We had in the last 1 hour, we had a huge volume spike, around 7,800 Bitcoin bought and sold in that last hour, and that's quite a big volume spike that we haven't seen for a while. So a lot of pumping and dumping there. Now, is Bitcoin going to hold this 19K and hold this lower high is the question. If you want to trade, I'm going to show you my trades. Underneath this video, in the description of the video, you can sign up to Bybit and you can short long Bitcoin. You can buy altcoins, and you get a $4,450 bonus when you sign up to Bybit and start trading. That will give you this trading software. My trade was positive $600 and then instantly negative $1,400 after that dump. This is a $44,000 Bitcoin trade. Now I am going to add more to this trade. So I'm going to add another $1,000 here, and I'm going to keep adding more as we come down. So I'm going to add to this position. Open long. I have to add margin here. Transfer. So I'm going to add more to this Bitcoin long, and I'm going to add more if we come down, because at some point I want to catch the bottom with a large trade on Bitcoin, and I think we're close to that point. So I'm going to add another $1,000 to this long, which is another 0.4 Bitcoin. It will be a total $19,000 trade. So I just added another 1,000. Oh, it didn't execute because Bitcoin actually. Yep, now it just executed. It just executed that trade. So now this trade is a $53,000 trade, which is beautiful. And I will add more to this. The liquidation price is at 17,500. So let's see. I want the liquidation price to be below that previous $17,000 drop, which was sitting at 17,590. So it's actually very close, because I think we could possibly have a double bottom there. So I add a bit of margin if we come down that far. In this account, I have 159,000, which dropped around $4,000 today. Oh no, it's 159. I've got USD 62,000, Bitcoin 3.2 Bitcoin, and I've got this $53,000 Bitcoin long right now, which is currently down 1,300. They literally spiked up and then Bitcoin went down. I also shared this potential in the Telegram live alerts group. In the description of this video, James' new Telegram live alerts. And you can see here I'm sharing trades and ideas about what's happening. Inside this alerts group, we have 2,481 people. CPI data inflation 9.1%. Markets dropped heavy. Some people went short here and made gains on that short, which is quite good. If you did go short here, I would have taken profits actually, because we had a big wick down and then a big bounce. And this trade was actually quite in the profits just a few minutes ago, $538 in the profits. That's how much the market is swinging. It pumped and then dumped like straight away after that CPI, but it was a very high CPI data. It's a new record actually. If you can follow me on Twitter, and you can see here CPI 9.1%. I made this post. We did it, Joe. We did it. And CPI data released in 9 minutes, and then as soon as it released, just before the release, it pumped and then huge dump after, which is not so good. Again, trading on Bybit, you can short long Bitcoin. I actually added more to the long. Now we need Bitcoin to hold here. If it starts dropping here, hopefully it has a double bounce bottom at this point here. But if it doesn't, then we're in big trouble, and Bitcoin most likely will go down to 12K, which will be amazing. Why? Because then we can buy Bitcoin at points. 12,600 would be, in my opinion, amazing. It will be very hard to get down there, but these are 2 points to be buying Bitcoin. 17,500 and a very big support at 12,600. If you're lucky enough to buy Bitcoin there, it would be quite amazing. But it is very possible that we come down to this 12,600. So make sure you split up your capital. I still have quite a lot of money, almost 1 million to be depositing to buy Bitcoin at those points. Hit the subscribe button, join 76,000 people, smash up thumbs up button. Let me know, did you short Bitcoin before that CPI? Are you adding into Bitcoin? Let me know in the comment section. Are you adding Bitcoin? Are you shorting Bitcoin? Or are you longing Bitcoin? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to actually on Binance add another Bitcoin here. So in here in this Binance account, I have around how much? 178,000 US dollars in here. It's got around almost 6 Bitcoin in here. I'm going to buy one more Bitcoin right now at this drop. So I'm adding another Bitcoin here. My goal is to buy Bitcoin when it drops, not after it pumps. But remember, I am going to be buying 1 million if it comes down. So just keep that in mind. I'm not putting all my money here. So I just bought one more Bitcoin. Confirmed. Let's see if that Bitcoin pumped as soon as I put the buy order. Let's see if it activates this trade. Yep, and that trade. So now in this account there is 6.99 Bitcoin. I'm gonna add 0.1 of a Bitcoin because it looks stupid just having that less than. So now we have 7 Bitcoin in here, which is beautiful, which is 134,000, and USD 41,000. I'll be buying $1 million worth of Bitcoin as it comes down. But remember, it can go to 12,000, so just keep that in mind. Make sure you buy it as it comes down. Hit the subscribe button, smash up thumbs up button. My opinion was it was time to sell Bitcoin at 69,000. And a lot of people were buying Bitcoin up there, right? But that's not the time to be buying Bitcoin at the top. The time to be buying Bitcoin is close to the bottom. And I think we're close to their worst case, in my opinion, is 12,000. So just keep that in mind. The top was 69K, time to be selling around that area. We called the top on November 11th. The time to be buying is close down here, all the way down to 12K is possible, but this is the time, in my opinion, to buy. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.